If you are doing business with another Iris CRM client, you are now able to share complete merchant applications as well as attachments and lead notes automatically from one Iris CRM client to another, eliminating the need for any double data entry on merchants you're collaborating on. Imagine you have a high-risk provider that you're working with and you want to quickly and easily submit a declined application to them. Now you can with our lead data sharing functionality. The best part is there is no IT processes that need to be set up on your end. It's all done through your Iris CRM sites. Let me show you how to get this set up. You're going to start in the site that will be sending the leads to another CRM. You're going to go to Manage Administration, the Integration section, and then find the first Iris CRM option for lead data sharing and click on that. Here you'll see sender profiles and receiver profiles. These are ones that I've already configured. So you'll notice a status column here. Red indicates that the integration with another Iris CRM site has not been fully completed and is not functional yet. Green means the two sites are connected and the sharing connection is set up and ready to work. So I'm going to go ahead and create a new sender profile by clicking Add New Outgoing Profile. And here you'll name the profile. I'm going to call it Risky for that example that we said of sending it to a high-risk provider. Enter the URL of the receiver site, their Iris CRM URL, so the two sites can be connected. You'll see fields, files, and notes that you can configure to be shared or not. So you'll start with lead fields and you can control it on a per tab basis. So I'm going to remove all of these different lead tabs and only have the select few of maybe the core information that are needed to get this merchant submitted and hopefully approved. Once I've selected the tabs, I can configure which fields from those tabs can be shared as well. So all fields is the default. Click on the X to then select individual lead fields that can be excluded from being shared. So only essential data that you're willing to share out with another Iris CRM client is able to be shared. You'll see the excluded fields listed in the right column and included fields listed here in the center. You can do that for all your lead tabs. And then similarly for your lead files, if you have multiple attachment tabs, you can control which ones to share from. And then you can choose based on the file labels which to share. So maybe if you only needed MPA, void check, owner's identification, you could limit to just those file labels and get rid of any of the unnecessary ones and exclude them from being shared. And then for notes, it's similar as well. It's based on the note type. So e-sign occurrences, post API, calendar, individual users, and then you can select all as well. If you excluded a field or a file or a note type, then you can click X on it in the excluded column and it'll put it back to included. So it's easy to get them back and forth. For the notes, you'll notice one extra checkbox here below each of the notes tabs that says allow users to exclude sending of specific notes. What this means is that if it's checked, the user can control if a new note they are adding to a lead record that's been shared with a receiver, they can control whether or not the new note will be sent as well. If this is unchecked, all lead notes that are added to the lead record will be shared with the receiving site as well and appended to the associated lead record. So let's go to a lead record here and show you what I mean. You'll see a new checkbox that says send this note as part of lead data sharing. So if I create this with that checkbox selected and I've shared this lead with another Iris CRM site, then that note will be added here and the receiver site. If I uncheck it, it will only be added here and not shared. And it will automatically be shared if that checkbox is unchecked in my sharing settings. Once I've configured my sharing profile as desired, click Add Profile at the bottom and it will be added. You'll then want to copy the token that's created and securely share it with the receiving organization so that they can configure the receiving profile. So I'm going to go over to my receiving site, the URL that I put in the receiving domain, and go down to Receiver Profiles and click Add New Incoming Profile. The first step of this is entering the basic information, including that token, so it can be linked. So we're going to do Risky again. We're going to input the sender profile domain, the Iris CRM URL of the site we were just in, that we will be receiving data from, and paste that token in. Click add profile, and then you'll be taken to the actual mapping page. Since the senders might have different names for fields, you want to map it to the corresponding fields for your lead records so the data aligns well. You'll start with the profile settings. You'll see the profile name, and then you will select the default group that a new lead received from the sender is put into, as well as the default lead status, so that you can directly go into moving this lead through your workflows within your own site without skipping a beat. You can see that the lead fields are organized by the lead tab. It shows the field name, so you can find your corresponding one. And it also has the type of field. So you want to make sure you're mapping apples to apples, text to text, address to address, so on and so forth, so that there is no clashes or friction with the data as it tries to come into your site. The field mapping has a search functionality so that you can easily find the lead field that you're looking for, and you'll go through and map each field. So it's a little bit of upfront work, but will streamline your process so that your users don't have to manually enter the lead data going forward. And so you'll go through all of your lead fields, and then you'll do the same for your lead files that are being received based on the file type. So I'm going to do MPA and map it to my MPA and void check, ID, government issued ID, and you do that for all of the tabs and file labels that you want to pull in. And then same with notes. However, for notes, instead of mapping it to a type of note, you're mapping it to a lead note tab. So if you have more than one note tab, you select which one it goes to. It will default the whole section to that tab, but you can also update it to do individual mappings on a one-to-one basis. And then once you've got everything mapped to your desires, you can save and activate the profile. And now the connection between the two sites is enabled, and I'm ready to start sharing leads between them. And you can see the green status has been updated. It's been updated to a green status, indicating it's ready for sharing. So there's two ways you can share data. Manually, which is quick and easy, using the share lead action within a lead record. You'll select the profile you want to use and click share, and that will send all the lead data. Or most importantly, you can do it automatically using our status triggers, like much of our automation in Iris CRM. You'll go to lead statuses and triggers, find the category and status you want. So this one is aptly named partner, share lead with partner. And then it's a trigger on status change. So when a lead moves into this status, the data will be sent to the receiving site. To do this, click send to external CRM here at the bottom, and then select the sharing profile that you wish to use. Risky hasn't shown up yet because I haven't refreshed, and I've already selected one of my other profiles for one of the triggers. So you can have multiple profiles and be sending to multiple sites or sending different data based on what fits your workflows best. So then you'll click add, and then it will automatically be enabled. So if I update this lead to partner, share with lead partner, it will automatically send this lead to the receiving site. Now, you probably want to control who can send the lead data, which is also possible using our new lead sharing permissions. So this is done in the user class permissions. I'm updating the sales rep user here. You'll expand the My Lead section, scroll to the bottom where we have two new permissions. So manage lead data sharing transfers. That's the process we just went through. Setting up the sending and receiving profiles can only be done by administrator type user classes. And then use lead data sharing transfers is for individual users within that user class to be able to manually send the lead data. So I've enabled this for my sales reps, and they are able to select a profile and share that lead manually with the receiver. So that is how you configure lead data sharing between two Iris CRM sites so that you can eliminate double data entry and streamline your merchant application process with partners and make it more seamless than ever before. If you have any questions, please contact support@iriscrm.com, and they'd be happy to help you get it set up. I hope this video helped you and are looking forward to seeing your automated lead data sharing processes in action. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.